On tonight's show, a Heyman's G&T helps Sven Almenning tell us about life after behind bars. Justin the Rum Baron Boseley confesses his favourite rum. George Goto pitches in. Sacha and Paul shout out. Amy Peas sinks Cuban A rum as easily as Cuban A rum. And Simon Toohey caught more than a fever up his coconut tree. Joe Worthington takes the chair. It's a family intervention.
Hi guys, my name's Joe Worthington, and this is the family intervention. So let's say hello everyone, let's get started, eh? Yeah! We're talking about how businesses run as a family, not just like bars, but as complete businesses, anything to do with the industry, and how important family is to us all, especially those that we know, hospitality and working in bars. It becomes your family because you spend so many hours behind there and you spend so much putting it into it. I'm sure you can tell me more about Cuban A, so I'm going to let you take the floor here, Justin.
Cuban A is a family business. It's set up with a long tradition. It's run by 3 sisters, ball breakers, I believe, but quite, you know, nice anyway. And Cuban A, my importing business, is a family business. My father was an importer and I've taken the reins, and it's not just a business. You go home with the business, you think about the business, you dream about it, you wake up with it. So,
would you consider venture capitalists and people to invest?
It's a matter of survival in the end, you know. Family business means family wealth. When it's everything you've saved, every penny that you own, putting your family on, your house on the mortgage, and it's always up for grabs, definitely.
Where exactly did you get your influence, like your inspirations to get the rum? I mean, obviously, you know, you went to the Caribbean. Definitely
Caribbean based. I used to be Bundy born and bred, and I'll mutter that under my breath. But nothing wrong with Bundy. But I travelled far and afield and discovered Mount Gay and thought that was the next best rum. And then walked into a bar and there were 300 types of rum in a bar in the Caribbean. I went to the next bar and there were 300 types of rum. So my education grew fast and took it upon myself to try every rum that I could. So
were you a big rum drinker?
I am now, and always was, yes.
Well, obviously you are now, but I mean, prior
definitely.
You were definitely a big rum drinker. Yeah. What's your favourite rum drink, apart from straight?
The one that's in my glass at the time of the day.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh. Good answer. How is it made?
Well, they're very unique in the fact that they don't age their own rum. They source it from different cane distilleries around the Caribbean. Wherever the best season is where they buy their product from.
Okay.
So they're not actually a distillery, so to speak. They buy their rum aged in the barrels.
Yeah.
And they age it in a Solera method, which for those in the bar industry would know, it's a diamond tier, oldest at the top, youngest at the bottom, feeding down each year.
What sets Cuban A apart from other rums? I mean, why should I go into a bar and all the other rums I see on the shelf, why should I pick Cuban A?
I think quality stands out with anything. Like, I've said this to many people, 20 years ago we went for a meal and it was bangs and mash. And that was a great meal. Nowadays you walk into...
It's a great meal. With gravy.
Black pudding and...
Northern boys love gravy.
Ecky thump. But nowadays you walk into a bar, any bar, and their menu is amazing. Like, it's the things like MasterChef, and we've changed our taste as far as food, and it's followed on with drinks. Premium is the product these days. We don't go in and we don't drink 20 cheap and nasty drinks. People want 5 or 6 quality drinks. It's just, you know, we've evolved into a more, let's just say, higher class consumers.
Unless it's the day before payday and I get a box of goon. What we're going to do now, we're going to pass this over to our fantastic judges. You're going to give us a slurp, and you're going to tell us what you think. So wait, this is our 30 seconds, right, guys? So 30 seconds time, cut them off.
30 seconds. Well, we've had a taste. I think was that the 5-year-old?
That's correct.
3, sorry. I think it's very smooth. 5, yeah, very smooth.
Very easy to drink for a lady who doesn't drink much rum. It's very easy. Very easy to get down.
Very easy?
Yeah.
Cuban A rum from the Dominican Republic is imported by Rumbla Imports For more information, visit the website. Now it's time for a shout out from the guys from The Show.
Hi guys, I'd like to give a shout out to Gusto Balinkas, which is an awesome Hungarian fruit brandies, family made, family owned, all handcrafted.
I'm going to give a shout out to Top Shelf, which is the new drinks festival, consumer and trade, 9th and 10th of February down in Melbourne. Got some fantastic international guests coming, so 30 tickets and half price for the trade.
And I want to give a shout out to Lock and Key, one of the new bars in Melbourne, run by Sarah Miller. It's an awesome hospo bar. You've got to go there for a drink when you're in Melbourne.
Yeah! This is the Glen Rothers. It's a wonderful Speyside single malt whisky, and what's unusual about it is that it's a vintage whisky. So all the liquid in this was distilled in the same year, in this case 1998. What that means is that it's finite, and once it's gone, it's gone. So drink it now, and you can drink it at Top Shelf February.
We're back right after this.
Few things disturb drinkers more than a bartender who drops a lime wedge in a drink without squeezing the bloody juice out of it first. How un-Australian, considering how much we all love a good squeeze.
Selling for mediocrity is an Australian. Amateur hour is also an Australian. Closing your staff fees is totally bloody un-Australian.
Not offering to pay for your drink from a friend bartender on your day off is bloody un-Australian. You'll never part with the money, but the intention to do so is all that's required.
Bartenders should know it's bloody un-Australian to listen in on customers' conversations. All you hear are tasty tidbits about Indonesian curry recipes when you should be more interested in eating a f***ing meat pie.
When customers place an order and it includes a drink from a person who's not yet present, it's bloody un-Australian for the bartender to prepare the drink until the person arrives. That missing person could be a minor or already intoxicated. More still, they could be an Aussie who'd be obviously slip a cheeky double.
Okay, so this is the family intervention. We're talking about all things family to do with our industry, our lovable industry. Sven, so we're here to talk about family. And obviously you've owned businesses, you own businesses, and so we're here to talk
and also a family.
You are. Who do you consider family?
Who I consider family?
Yeah.
I mean, some of the stuff that worked for us over the years have become, our closest friends, and we do think of them as family. Someone like Charlie Ainsbury works with me at ODV. He's been family to me, for nearly 10 years now. So a lot of the stuff that work with us, I consider my family. The people I see the most.
I actually have a photo here. So obviously there's yourself, there's Max. Top of my head, you got Luke and the Doctor. Now they all work for you at one stage or another. Now they've gone off. They've gone off to obviously develop into their new roles and their new businesses.
Yes.
Now how does that make you feel? Knowing that they've worked from you and come basically from you.
It makes me very proud. Some of the guys that come out of not just ODV, but behind bars. You got people who used to work for me who's gone out to become global brand ambassadors. People like Nick Ventile over in New York makes me very, very proud. Max opening up Vasco winning, Best Small Bar makes me very proud. Like, I haven't really contributed necessarily towards their success, but it still makes me feel great that these guys can go on and do great things like that. It's them doing it, but you still feel, part of that. And
I'm glad you spoke about behind bars. Now, obviously, how many people worked for you behind bars?
Oh man, over the years, I don't know how many. We probably had 20, 25, something like that, full-time staff at one stage, and then we would have, probably 40 sort of consultants who work within the business on a weekly basis.
Behind bars coming to an end, it meant that some people were without work. I mean, how did you kind of approach that to your family?
Man, the hardest thing for me was breaking the news to the staff that we were going to dissolve the business. And to be honest, Amber and I had talked about getting out of behind bars for ages. That it wasn't a business that we loved anymore. So we felt really bad for all the staff. That's why we sort of kept the business going. Was more to make sure we had work for these people, and as many as we could. We try to keep in the business into the bars as well.
Just got a question, Sven. How difficult is it to balance this whole thing, where you're losing these family members that are obviously an extended family?
We managed to take a couple of people with us from behind bars into the Speakeasy Group as well. But yeah, it was terribly sad to see people go.
I guess we're going to talk about your next venture now. And we're going to talk about this fantastic book I have in front of me.
Shaken, stirred, flame and thrown, cocktails on the other way. Maybe we just really want to do a cocktail book, I suppose to share, our recipes and our thoughts on bartending with our customers. And yeah, I mean, in that book, if you look through it, it's got a bit to do with family. At the top, we got. Yeah.
There we go. This is about the family. I was like,
that's it. Yeah. That's right.
So the whole family used to work there and create some drinks.
There's some criminals there, isn't
all
there?
All our.
So it's really good. Where can we buy it from? We can buy this.
You can buy it in the bar. Coming for a drink, buy in the bar. You can buy it on Facebook. We got a shop on Facebook. You can buy it through.
How much is it for me?
It's $49 for you. Oh, mate,
65, isn't it?
Bump tapping.
I'm going to introduce a couple of products now I'm sure we've all heard of. I'm sure you guys have heard of as well. And one is the fantastic Hayman's Gin, which, if I'm not very much mistaken, is now the oldest family distillery in the world in terms of any sort of spirit. So, have you guys had this before? I'm guessing you have.
Mother's milk.
Mother's milk.
It's breakfast.
Yeah. Mother's milk. So Hayman's have the London Dry Gin, the Old Tom, and the Slow Gin. And we've mixed it here with, you've all got one there, we've mixed it here with our premium product, Fever Tree Tonic Water. That's our premium mixer. That's what we talked about last time. So yeah, we're all going to have a bit of a whirl at this. Guys, as you drinks. Sven, I'll pass you yours, sir.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Check out this.
Yeah, here, have a look at the packaging. Even again, this relates back to the whole design thing. I think the packaging looks great. It's very old English. It's very square, brick, sort of the brick lane thing. So yeah, what do we think, guys? What do you think as a gin? You're a rum guy, aren't you?
Nah, superb.
You like it?
Any spirit pumping through the veins is good. It's very nice.
For someone who loves a gin and tonic but doesn't know a lot about gin, what can you guys tell me between the difference in the three gins that you spoke about earlier?
I'm going to pass this one over to Sven. You've wrote a great little book here, Sven. So I would imagine...
Old Tom Gin, really, I mean, the Old Tom Gin has probably just more sugar in it than dry gin has. It was the, what do you call it, the original gin. As the distillation methods improved, they would make it drier and have less sugar in it. I think when I first came across Hayman's, it was launched as a gin liqueur because of the sugar content, and then would later be rebranded into an Old Tom Gin. Our London Dry Gin doesn't have to be made in London. It can be made anywhere in the world, but it's got to have a certain method, yeah. And it's got to, of course, have a certain percentage of juniper berries in it. So traditional London Dry Gin should have a juniper hit. If it doesn't have juniper hit, it's not a fucking London Dry Gin.
30 seconds. You got starting now. Let's go.
Okay, Amy, you had a big swig. What do you think?
And wash it down with a gin and tonic. That was great. I really enjoyed it. I love a great gin and tonic, and yeah, that hits the spot. Very delicious.
I bet it does.
Yeah, agree with 100%. It was a good drop.
Yeah.
Very good. Yep.
Hayman's Gin can be bought from all good bottle stores with Fever Tree premium mixers. For more information, visit the Hayman Distillers website or Fever Tree website. Thank you very, very much for joining me today and joining our fantastic guests. What's going to happen now is we're actually going to buy the, I don't know if you've met him, but the sexy Simon Toohey. He works down at York Trading Company on York Street in the CBD. He's going to be mixed as a cocktail using our fantastic Hayman's Gin and Cuban rum. Who's ready for a cocktail?
My friend Sir, could you just follow me to the fridge? I'm just going to make a drink for you at the moment. Come this way. This is something you can all make at home, by the way, so don't be embarrassed. Oh, sorry, that's just... It's Squilzy. Sorry, just forgot that one. You want a close-up? I look good on my right side. All right. Thank you very much. It take too long. So there's my coconut. Got it in the fridge. Everyone, from the fridge. It's beautiful. I want to tell you something very profound. A very good friend of mine took this out of the book. Something you'll see in years to come on T-shirts. It says something that Sven and Woody would love to hear. Never trust a man who, when left alone in a room with a tea cozy, doesn't try it on. Yeah. And this gentleman right here will sit with the most perfect tea cozy you'll ever see on his head. It might be the baldest, I don't know, I'm just making it up, but you're welcome. Anyway, so from my coconut you just got from the fridge, I'm just going to chuck in a slug. In fact, could you do that for me? Just put in a nice slug. 30 mils like Jay did before last week. Just there. Oh, a bit more. Come on, something so deep. Jesus. There we go. Thank you very much, Cuban and Rum. You are amazing, and you'll find it in the local liquors nearby you. You're welcome. Anyway, so coming from there, you've got the Old Maid Cayman's gin. You like that? It looks good next to my face. It's not a square, but it's good enough. Excuse me, please. Can you please chuck a little bit of money in there? Just a little bit of money in there. Thank you. And then something here. It is on. Yeah, baby. There you guys. That is the Hayman's on the dry gin. Right there. It is phenomenal. It's around and in and around my mouth. If anyone wants to Snapchat me, right now is the best time. I got some little bit of rose water. Delicious. Put that in there just for the une fragrance, a little je ne sais what the I don't speak French. Je ne sais whatever the hell it is. Done. And from here, because you want to mix it all in, I got a spoon. Wait, hold on. Sorry, Mum. Sorry, my mum's friends with me on Facebook. Please don't post this. She's amazing, Mother Toohey. What a legend. I'll take her for a nice simple dinner. A bit of lime. A bit of Jamie Oliver style, as high as you possibly can. Make it rain, bitches. Make it rain. It went green. Did anyone see that? That was amazing. Right. Stir. What's up? Are we done? I'm not done yet. I'm nearly done. Give me one little second. And of course, it is fever tree time, right? 3 ingredients. Premium mixer. Premium mixer of the highest end. This guy's from Leeds. If you can't understand what he's saying, he said premium mixer. From a high pour. That'll do, donkey. That'll do. And then again, my spoon. Right, just before we finish, as we're done right now, that is the drink right there. I'm going to put it in what I like to call, my drinker's name is Wilson's Brother Wilson. Sadly, I haven't got a handprint on the front of it, but it's there. And when you're at the beach, as you can see, we need a lighthouse. We need more drapes. Yeah. We need a lobster. We need a boat. Apparently we need a duck. I don't know, but we need a duck. And then, another fish. A goldfish in the ocean. And you know what? You're welcome.